With so many trends out there, it can be a little bit tricky to figure out which handbag is worth spending the money on and which handbags aren't, because trends are trends at the end of the day, and they might be in this season, but they might not the next. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about the autumn handbag trends worth splurging on. Yes, obviously, I will talk about my faves, but I will also be given cheaper alternatives, because sometimes, although some handbags are so beautifully made and you just love them to bits and pieces, they're not actually worth the price tag that is accompanied with the actual bag. Without further ado, let's jump onto my first trend, and we are looking at the holdalls. Now, when we're looking at holdalls, we know first bag that comes to mind is the Row Margot bag. This bag is absolutely stunning, and it's one of those bags that when you see it online, you're just like, okay, this is just a bag, I don't get the hype. But when you have it in front of you, your whole opinion changes. That's what happened with me. I love it. I was like, I really don't understand this hype. Like, why is everyone going crazy about this bag? Why is it even sold out? Until this day is sold out. I was expecting to be like, when it arrived, but I had the complete opposite reaction. It felt amazing, it looked amazing. It's the true definition of less is more. It's beautiful. What isn't beautiful is the price tag that is accompanied to this beautiful bag. It comes in 4 different sizes, and the smallest size, which is 10 inches, starts at 3,800. And when you consider my alternatives, which I will speak about in a minute, is really expensive. So the alternative to the Margot bag that I have picked, and the one that's most similar, is from Prada. As you guys can see, it's a very, very similar shape. I think they've literally just copy and pasted and then put the Prada logo at the front of it, but nonetheless, it does have a cheaper price tag. The Prada leather tote comes in medium and large, and the medium size starts at 3,200. So it's already cheaper than that little thing from the Row, and then it goes all the way up to 3,950 for the larger version. Now, when it comes to investing in the holdalls and the big slouchy bags, do I think it's worth spending money on? Yes, and the reason why I think so is because not only can you use this now as the actual trend, you know, with your blazer on and your big bag, carrying it under your arm, or however you want to carry it basically. After that trend is over, you're still able to use this bag for traveling. You can use it, you know, to take the kids swimming. I mean, you're gonna look like the most bougiest person there, but it's okay, you know, it's not the end of you being able to use the bag. So I do feel like this isn't a trend that you have to shy away from because you're like, do you know what, it's a trend, I'm not going to invest too much into that because it's going to die down and then that's it, I'm not going to be able to use the bag. Before we jump onto bag trend number 2, if you're new to my channel, then welcome. Please make sure you don't leave without hitting that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you never ever miss a video. Bag trend number 2, we are looking at the XXL shoulder bags. This one I love, and I'm in a love-hate relationship kind of situation with it, because sometimes I like it depending on what bag we're talking about, and then sometimes I'm like, no, it's just a bit too big. Now, if you're a tiny person like myself, 5'4", short, it's very difficult to get a large bag that doesn't make you look like you belong inside it. You gotta find the right bag, otherwise it could go terribly wrong. So for us short people, I would recommend maybe looking at cheap alternatives before actually spending the big dollar bills on them. But if I didn't have to worry about my height and whatnot, the first pick would have to be a bag that I actually tried on, guys. The Hop bag by Bottega Veneta. I remember when I first tried it on, it was literally just released, and she was like, oh, try this one on, because I said I wanted a big Jodie bag, and they didn't have the really, really big one, which I wanted. And I tried it on, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. I was like, it's not great. I don't really like the square of it. It's just not my vibe. Fast forward many, many months later to now, and Mel Soldera has one, and she's been wearing hers, and honestly, she's made me fall in love with the bag. Another choice, which is actually the cheapest out of them all, and from the Row, the Bindle leather tote bag. I have this thing about slouchy and just relaxed looking bags, and I feel like the Row does that really, really well when it comes to a lot of their handbags. I did find a really good alternative to all of these if you want to try out the extra large shoulder bags, and it's this little bag from ASOS. This is what I do, okay? That wicker bag over there, I used to have a wicker bag, I got rid of it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend a lot of money on another one, so I bought that one from COS, and I'll tell you what, it's the best thing ever because it really does help you decide on what works for you, what works in your wardrobe, how much you're going to use it, are you going to get the cost per wear out of it. And that's kind of how I work and how I work my wardrobe. I like to see how much I'm gonna wear something. If I'm not sure about a trend, then buy the high street version, wear that until I'm certain and I know I'm gonna get the cost per wear out of something. Because there is no point in me spending thousands of pounds on something that I'm only gonna wear 3, 4, maybe 5 times. That doesn't make any logical sense to me. So I always like to get the high street version first on things that I'm not sure of, trends that I'm not sure of, and then if I find myself gravitating and wearing that particular piece more times than not, then I will splurge on the more expensive item. But up until then, if I'm not sure, then listen, I'm all good with high street. Number 3 on the list, we have clutches. Do I think clutches are worth spending your money on? This is a good question because it completely depends on your lifestyle. I do not go out very much. I would like to go out. And when I mean go out, I mean like to events, to galas. I would love to live that life. Unfortunately, I do not live that life. And therefore, buying expensive clutches does not make sense for me. So instead, I buy things that I can not only wear in the evening, but I can wear during the day. And that's kind of how I've curated some of my handbags in my collection, i.e. my mini Kellys. Those are very much a day to night bag, and I can wear that during the day as well as night. Now if we're going for the fancy, you know, the intricate things like these kind of clutches, these are the type of bags that I believe you don't need to splurge on, okay? These are set for the evening, that's it. You're not going to be able to wear this during the day and oh yeah, unless you're going to maybe like a wedding or something like that. These are very specific time and moment kind of bags. So instead of spending loads of money on bags that, you know, are set for specific time and moments in your life, I'd recommend going for something smarter like Bottega Venetta's Andiamo Long Clutch. That is top of my list. I love it so much. And if you want to go for Hermes, then go for the Kelly Cuts because that's even higher on the list. But they're both clutches that you can wear in the evening as well as the daytime. I wouldn't say go spend 3,000, 5,000, 6,000 on a clutch that you can only wear at specific times or moments. That for me doesn't make sense. Instead, you want to invest in things that you can wear and transition from day to night, and it's not going to look out of place. Whilst I do think it's important to have a couple of clutches, I don't feel like you need to spend a ridiculous amount to get those clutches. You find some really, really beautiful clutches online. I will link some in the description box down below for you guys. One clutch that I will say, Jacquemus Ronde Care clutch. Now that they do it in leather, go buy it. Go buy it. I have no issues. But when it was first released, I think it was just under £1,000 for that. Well, not just under, about 800. And it wasn't even leather. I mean, I like the way that it looks. It looks amazing. I think it's a beautiful clutch. Would I spend close to £1,000 for a clutch that's not even made out of leather? I think not. And now they do it in lambskin, they do it in goat skin. This is one that now I will say is definitely worth the money. If you don't want to spend over £1,000 on a clutch, then go and buy yourself this. Don't be surprised in a few months time I'm like, hey guys, look at my new clutch. Right, moving on from clutches, because I feel like I've been sitting here talking about clutches for the last hour. We are looking at those classic handbags. Guys. That trend, come on. We don't even need to talk about it. Why is it even a trend? Of course, go buy whatever classic handbag you want to buy, okay? Whatever you want, you've got it. The Gucci Jackie Prada bag, the Jackie bag by Gucci. That is a timeless classic. If you want to go and spend the money on it, then by all means go and spend the money on it. You have the go ahead on that because it's a bag that will be in season after season unless your taste changes. It's a timeless classic. You have no worries of that trend ever dying out. In fact, any classic bag. The Prada Galleria bag is another one which, again, I mean, how many years has this bag been around for? And it's still popular year after year after year. It's a timeless classic. So you can never ever go wrong in investing, whether it's a trend now, people are calling it a trend now to have classic bags, you can never go wrong in investing in a classic handbag. Whatever your style is, whether it changes, a classic handbag is always going to go with whatever your style may be. I could sit here listing out classic style handbags, the Sac de Jour, the Birkins, the Kellys, a Chanel classic flap. Trying to get rid of mine, by the way. If anyone is interested in my royal blue Chanel classic flap, then pop me a message on Instagram. The Loewe flamenco bag, if you did want something more relaxed and slouchy. So yes, the classics, by all means. Any bag that has been around season after season, year after year, then 110% go and invest your money into that, because the chances of you getting sick of it, the chances of you not getting the cost per wear out of it are very, very slim in comparison to the other trends which I've just mentioned. Ooh, one that is very popular, and I still don't understand how or why it is popular. Please let me know in the comments down below how you feel about this bag. But the Miu Miu quilted Napa leather shoulder bag thing. I feel like Miu Miu is one brand which I'm not drawn to it in any way, shape or form. When I look at it, I just think cheap, tacky, and it's very expensive, but it just looks cheap and tacky, and I don't know if it's just me. So let me know in the comments down below if you feel the same, because yeah, I'm always curious. I'm like, who actually buys Miu Miu? Apart from the influencers that are gifted all these things, who actually goes out to Miu Miu and shops there and thinks, oh, that's really nice? Because yeah, I don't know, I've never seen anything that I thought, oh wow, that's nice, I really want that from Miu Miu. No, not once, not ever. Number 5, we are looking at cargos, and with Chanel, Balenciaga, Acne Studios. Pockets, pockets, pockets is the theme. Is it a trend worth investing in? In my opinion, not really. So many designers are jumping onto this cargo trend, and I do feel like it's going to appeal to a lot of the younger generation. It is something that I would probably want to try out before actually investing loads of money in, because I'm not sure how long this trend is going to last. So the cheap alternative that I would look at is this one from Mango, which is currently sold out, so that's saying something. Who's going to be wearing this bag? I guess we'll have to wait and see. If it wasn't that, then I'd probably go for the Acne Studios one, because I love the way the Acne Studios one looks. It just looks like a used old army bag, something that you go to war with. It's great, it's wonderful. And last but not least, we have the East to the West bags. Let me go and get her. She's making her debut in today's video. My Louis Vuitton Poppin' Court East-West bag. Did I like the trend before this? No. I remember when Dior released their DJs, I was like, why on earth would anyone buy half a bag? But, as you guys can see, clearly I would, because I absolutely love this bag. I'm so upset that I didn't actually buy the Loewe puzzle fold cropped bag. That I wish I got when I saw it online, because I really liked it at the time, and even now I was looking at it and I was doing this video and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't get that bag anymore. People are going crazy over the Le Tekel bag from Alaya. The good news is I do see this trend lasting a very long time, and the reason why I say it's going to last a very long time is because if you look at all the luxury houses, they all release certain bags again in the East-West. So it's not a trend that's going to be going anywhere anytime soon. It's here to stay. It's just one of those things that is a personal preference. You either like it or you hate it. Another one which I think is so cute is the Ferragamo Wonder East-West top handle bag. That is adorable. I think my favorite East-West, apart from my little popping cord, is the Bottega Veneta Andiamo East-West bag. So that's my little analysis of what's worth splurging on versus what's not. And on that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the weekend and a beautiful start to the week. I shall catch you in next week's video. Take care. Bye.